In the electromagnetic spectrum, there is a mysterious region known as the Terahertz Gap. It sits right between microwave radiation and infrared light. For decades, this gap was almost impossible for scientists to use because the frequencies were too high for the traditional electronics, but too low for optical sensors. In my book, The Obsidian Sting, this gap is no longer empty. It is the home of the 1.6 terahertz pulse, a frequency that acts as the primary disruptor of the Vietnam War. While the American military is busy perfecting the logic of the square with their radio waves and radar, they are completely blindsided by a signal that operates on a level their instruments were never designed to see. This signal originates from an ancient weapon I call the Star-Claw sword. As a bioengineer, I wanted this blade to be more than just a magical sword. It is forged from Star-Slag, which is a high-density meteorite material. In reality, these meteorites often display something called Widmanstätten Patterns. These are unique nickel-iron crystals that can only form when molten metal cools at an incredibly slow rate in the vacuum of space. I'm talking millions of years to cool. In the book, The Obsidian Sting, this crystalline geometry allows the blade to act as a natural resonator. When Canto chants the rhythmic Harka, he is physically synchronizing his body with the 1.6 terahertz pulse stored within the metal. When this ancient frequency meets the 20th century technology, the result is what I call the Poltergeist Signal. In 1968, military radios and radar systems were shifting from vacuum tubes to solid-state transistors. These systems relied on stable and predictable cycles, the very definition of that square mindset I mentioned earlier. But the 1.6 terahertz pulse is so intense that it creates a parasitic oscillation. It essentially haunts the metal components of standard equipment. It makes radios hum with a G minor chord and causes radar screens to display geometric phantoms. It doesn't just jam a signal, it overrides the machine's physics, forcing the most powerful army on Earth to realize that their technology has a soul they cannot control. The genius of this frequency also extends into the realm of biology. Every cell in the human body has its own resonant frequency. Our membranes and our nervous systems operate in a state of natural harmony. This is what Canto calls the circle. In the book, Canto uses his Star-Claw sword to deliver focused harmonic strikes. He isn't always trying to cut his enemies. He is trying to disrupt their internal rhythm. By matching the 1.6 terahertz pulse to the vibration of a human heart or a ragged wound, he can either stop a man's pulse or, as we see with the soldier Tatum, stabilize a life thread that is about to expire. It is the ultimate application of this physical resonance over brute force. So, is the Poltergeist Signal science fiction or fact? Well, we are still learning to bridge the terahertz gap. This principle of resonance is an absolute law of nature. Canto realizes that whoever controls the land's frequency controls the war's outcome. By introducing 1.6 terahertz into a world governed by the square, he forces a tactical pause that no general can negotiate. He proves that the most effective way to unify a broken system isn't to add more noise, but to find the single note that makes the entire machine stop and listen.